let me hold your hand while I say this. Manifestation is not sitting in bed waiting for a magical phone call that will change your life forever. This is episode 2 of my manifestation series, and this is more specifically for those, and for myself, that manifestation is confusing. Manifestation is not working for you no matter how hard you seem to try, or no matter how hard you seem not to try, right? Like, if you've ever been confused about it and all of like the above that I just mentioned, you are not alone. Let me tell you that. You are not alone, sweetie. I myself sometimes am still working through the confusions and sometimes like seemingly paradoxes that manifestation will bring out, so like you always hear, like, you'll hear people, and like there's different creators out there, and like with the influx of the internet and the resources we have available, it's so easy to get our hands on everything immediately. But there's so many different creators that are spreading different types of information about manifestation. Some creators are like, oh, take action. You have to work hard. You have to do this and that and that. And other creators are like, no, don't do anything, basically. Like, just sit back, affirm, meditate, and basically pray to the universe and let go and hope that it'll be okay. And I'm here to tell you, manifestation is both of those. It's not just, like I said, sitting in your bed and believing like, oh my God, my life is going to change tomorrow. Well, what are you doing to make your life change tomorrow? Sitting in your bed and listening to affirmations while you ate nothing but chips, which I get it. We've all been there. We all have bad days. That's completely different. I'm talking about if this is a habitual routine. And so that's where the problem comes in. If you're doing affirmations, if you're scripting, if you're, listening to subliminals or whatever the case may be, but you every single day are in an environment, or you are doing things from a vibration / frequency that is of lower alignment, then you are not going to be in the alignment of the self that is where you want to be. Like, let me break this down for you. Now, you see how confusing it starts to sound with all of these different like terminologies and all of these different types of things. It's because there are two things that maybe you are not clear on yet. And after this video, I guarantee you will be more clear on it afterwards, and you can have a better sense of knowledge and better sense of understanding. You'll have a better sense of understanding of how manifestation will begin to work for you. So, why it's so confusing? The difference between, now this is the difference. People say you have to work hard to obtain your dreams, right? This is the difference between hustling, known as hard work, and aligned action. You do not have to work hard to get the dream life you want, right? Right. Let me wipe this off. I feel like it's like blurry. You do not have to, what was I going to say? You do not have to work hard and kill yourself day in and day out to get the dream life you want, because now you are operating from fear and you are pushing away the dream, right? You've heard that before, I will assume, in the manifestation world. And so then there's the other side of the spectrum, and it's like, oh, well, then I won't work hard. I'll just sit back. I don't have to work hard, right? Like, I don't need to do that. I can just sit back and trust that the universe will do its thing. Well, this is what leads me on to my next thing. It's not hard work, but aligned action. Now, this is the turning point of manifestation, because it's not about hoping and praying that, like, oh, like, I'll figure it out, like, example, I want to be a content creator. I want to be a YouTuber. But I'm not just going to wake up every day and be like, oh, I hope I have 1,000 subscribers today, but I haven't posted a video ever. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, I am doing the law of detachment, which I'll talk about that later. I am doing the law of detachment, but I am not engaging in the law of aligned action. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that is what it's called. This is the law of aligned action, where you are now doing the things that are going to put you in an environment. Like, it's about placement in environments and taking action rooted in faith, intuition, clarity, and calling, not from fear or panic. Now, if I want to be a YouTuber, I have to wake up and I have to film. I have to maybe even have like a light schedule of what videos I want to post when, of et cetera, et cetera. I have to edit my videos, right? I have to come up with ideas. I have to think. I have to brainstorm. I have to do these things, right? That maybe it can be seen as like hard work and stuff like that. But in reality, what I am doing is taking aligned action in order to put myself closer to my dream, which is becoming a content creator, which is becoming a YouTuber. You see how I'm not just waking up every day and saying, oh, I hope I'm a YouTuber. I hope I have 100,000 subscribers, but I've never posted a video. Or if anything, I posted like a one video like a year ago, and it was like a minute long of like my Barbie dolls when I was like 10. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I am still putting in that aligned action that is coming from a place of flow. Because while it may seem hard at first, and don't get me wrong, there will be challenges along the way of your journey, because in life, unfortunately, good things will come with challenges as you're learning the curve and as you're, taking more experiences on and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is not going to be the hard work that you are imagining. Because this is the problem. Whenever someone says hard work, or whenever someone's like, you have to work super hard. Oh my God. Whenever someone says you have to work super hard, what immediately comes to mind? You're immediately like, oh my God, like, I have to kill myself. Like, I have to wake up every day and film like 20 videos in one day. And I have to edit it all. And I have to post it all in 1 week. No. Like, no. How are you going to expect yourself to do that when you're in school, when you have a full-time job, or when you have kids, or like when you have a life? Anyone who has a life and who is trying to also battle their passions at the same time, it's impossible for you to make 10 songs in one day, to make 20 videos in one day, you get what I'm saying? Like, even content creators, I'm sure, like, a good majority of them don't make 20 videos in one day. It's so many ideas, that's so much time. And maybe even full-time creators do get the luxury to do that. Maybe they get to do short form ones, but I'm more talking about the long-term ones and the type of stuff that you overwhelm your brain with. It takes energy and passion and creativity to create these sort of things that you are passionate about. And by going in that direction of, oh my God, I have to do all of this today and I have to do it by this day. If not, I'm a fucking failure. No, that is coming from a place of scarcity and from fear. And that's hard work, right? Everything I just mentioned, that sounds, oh my God, that's so hard. Like, I have to work so hard. That's such hard work. Because that is a problem with society. Society has conditioned you to think that you have to absolutely kill yourself. And if you are not suffering mentally or physically, emotionally, spiritually, then you are not working hard. Then you are not going to get the dream life you want. And then that's when manifestation and the manifestation community has come in and said, no, like, you have to let go. And that's what they're trying to tell you. Like, you still have to take the aligned action. You still have to put in work, but it's not going to be the type of work that you are envisioning and that you think that you need to do in order to get to your dreams. An example, when you are at a restaurant, you sit down, you order the food that you want, you look through the menu, you order it, and you tell the waitress or slash waiter, they go place the order for you, and you trust that the kitchen will make your order right for you, right? You trust, you let it go. You stop thinking about it. You chat with your friends. You take your little drink, and you let go of your food. Like, you're not thinking about your food anymore, right? Like, you're not like obsessing, like, oh my God, where's my food? Where's my food? Now, if you're really hungry, you might, right? But at the end of the day, you're still like, vibing and whatever the case may be. Now, you did the work because you showed up to the restaurant. You drove to the restaurant. You brought your money to the restaurant, right? But you're not sitting there obsessing, where the hell is my food? You're there to enjoy the experience. You're there to enjoy the journey of hanging out with your friends or being on that solo date with yourself while you're waiting for your food. And that's the same concept with manifestation. And that is like the perfect metaphor between aligned action and the law of detachment and aligned action. And now here's another example. Let's say there's a person in Ohio. They live in Ohio. They're born and raised there. They really want to be an actor. They're so passionate about it. But because they live in a tiny rural town, they have limited access to resources that would help them achieve their dream. They want to be an actor, And so they wake up every day and they're like, I want to be an actor. maybe let me apply to this audition or this and let it go. And that's cool and all if you just kind of want to do some local experience and local gigs. But this person I'm talking to you about has a raging fire to be a famous actor. Like, they want to star in movies and franchises like Star Wars and Marvel and Lord of the Rings. Like, they want to star in huge movies like that. They want to be part of trilogies. They want to be the main character in movies. And unfortunately, you cannot get those opportunities from Ohio, right? At least not where this person lives. And so now what taking aligned action for that specific dream would look like would be they start thinking about maybe moving to New York City, where they can go to the New York Film Academy, where they can start making connections, where they can, like do all of these different things and put themselves in that sort of industry. And now, while it may be, and like the first thing that comes to your brain is like, oh my God, New York is so expensive. Like, it's so hard. And like, it'll be so hard for them to move to New York City and et cetera, et cetera. That's your fear coming in, right? That's your fear. And that's your conditioned limiting beliefs that it's not possible because it apparently is hard work. But to this person who is so passionate about it, while they may still have to do work, while they still have to put in effort, and they may still have to take a good amount of action, it is not the hard work that you are thinking of. Like, for example, hard work for this specific dream would maybe be postponing their move to New York by 5 years. They work and bust their ass for like 4 or 5 years. They are in school and they get a degree first because everyone says that's the safer path. But at the same time, they're still creating their plan to go there. That is hard work. While both of these people may eventually get to New York, may eventually land the big gigs that they are looking for, and they may eventually get the actor role that they are looking for. One took the path of hard work, and the other took the path with aligned action and the law of detachment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it is doable to move to New York, If you are able to work and save up and you create a strategic plan and you can move in with a roommate, like, you can manifest your roommate becoming your best friend. You can manifest an amazing deal that lands you in a super economical part of New York City that still has amazing connections. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can manifest all of these things but these opportunities wouldn't have arose to you if you wouldn't have begun to think to look for them. Excuse me. If you wouldn't have started placing yourself in those environments, that would make those opportunities possible to you, presented by the universe. Is it starting to click now? Like, is it starting to make sense? Because that's when it started to make sense for me. And so those are just like a couple of examples. And there's more videos that I want to make regarding this, because even if you dive deeper into it, like, in the sense of like, oh, but people who work hard, they still get their dreams come true, and that's completely true. But there's 2 different paths you can take, and one will take you there faster, and one will take you there less burnt out, and one will take you there not at the cost of your peace of mind or your mental state. And it's the truth of it, So let me specifically talk about what law of detachment is. Law of detachment, aka mental freedom, it's not about not caring. Law of detachment is not, okay, I submitted a job application, don't care if I get the job or not. Because I used to fall victim to this, believe me or not. Like, I would do things on a whim, or like I would apply to all these job applications and stuff like that. And I would be like, okay, I don't care if I get the job or not, whatever. But it's not about not caring, Like, I applied for the job. I followed up with the recruiters. I did research on the job, So it's not about being like, oh, I don't care. It's about trusting it will all work out for you. So the next time you're in a situation where, like, you feel like you need to apply the law of detachment, or you need to detach yourself from the outcome of what you want, you should, instead of saying, oh, I don't care, be like, I trust that it will work out for me in the way that it's supposed to. You get what I'm saying? So it's not, and it's about not obsessing when or even how it will come. Like that Ohio actor, let's say they move to New York and they're so anxious every single day because, oh my God, I want my gig tomorrow. But sweetie, if it's not for you tomorrow, it's not for you tomorrow. Maybe it'll be the day after, maybe the next month, maybe within a year, But that is the point of detachment. It will come. And when you start to operate from a place of obsessiveness, you are now creating an energy shift in which you are going to vibrate from a place of scarcity and not from a place of abundance. And you are supposed to be doing the quite opposite. You are supposed to be living, creating, and enjoying life while it unfolds. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because with that, they go hand in hand. The law of aligned action. Oh my God. The law of aligned action. You took the necessary steps to place yourself in an environment where you could practice the law of detachment. Like all the examples that I provided. Let me say this one more time slowly. Law of aligned action. Law of aligned action. You took the necessary steps, the necessary intentional placement in environments, taking action rooted in a place from love and a place from faith. And you took all of these actions because you know that you are going to get your dream. No, one way or another, you know? You have that determination, you have that grit, and you have that belief in yourself. And with that, you can accomplish anything. You know, it's about co-creating your life through inspired energy. You do not have to suffer to succeed. You don't. You literally don't. You are literally aligned action is creating space. Law of detachment is letting go. You are letting go and creating space for life to unfold the way it should for your highest good. Period. Like, you do not have to hustle in a way that destroys you. You do not and you do not have to do it how society says that you have to do it in order to achieve your dreams. But you do have to participate in the co-creation of your dream. And that is the beauty of it, you know? And I truly believe in every single one of you watching this video that you can make your wildest dreams come true. You can make your wildest dreams come true if you practice the laws of manifestation the way that they should be, you know? If you are able to understand all of them and actively follow them and utilize them in your day-to-day life, I think that you can do wonders, because those laws are nothing without you, right? Like, literally nothing without you. So thank you for sticking around with me and watching this episode thick and thin. And if you have any questions or comments below, or if there's anything that you also want to share, please feel free to share it, as that helps the community learn more from one another. And as always, don't forget to live, create, and continue enjoying your life while it unfolds. Much love with Bye.